What's up, nerds? Rick coming at you again with a really fast video. This one announcing the 2024 NoobHammer Invitational. Stick around for some event details, and then if you want to hang out even longer, I have a personal story and information about why we are donating to the charity that we're donating to this year. Hey guys, so this year we're going to do the 2024 NoobHammer Invitational. It'll be actually next Saturday, live starting about 10 a.m. That'll be December 14th. We have a number of players that are all going to be doing a 2v2 format tournament. So it's an RTT, 3 games, 1 day, but it'll be 2v2. So it's one team. Each team is 2 players. They each pilot 1,000 points of the list. They're not allowed to bring the same detachment, although they can bring the same army. So you're going to see all kinds of wild lists where like maybe there'll be Death Watch with orcs. I don't know. We don't have everybody's team list yet. But anyway, the point is this is going to be fantastical, wild, insane, crazy, and it'll be mostly to just donate to charity. This year, we will be donating instead to Extra Life. We will be donating to a local charity to the Portland metro area called Type 1 Unbound. For those of you that don't know, my daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in September this year. She's only 14 months old at the time of this recording, so it was very scary. And I will have a more detailed and personal story about that after this announcement if you want to stick around long enough. But go ahead and hang out with us. You'll be able to donate money, and as money rolls in, we'll roll on the wheel of chaos, which will change up the game on the top table. It'll do a meteor shower that does mortal wounds to a third of the table, or it'll add or delete terrain. It'll do all kinds of insane stuff. Also, the players playing will be able to donate $5 each for CP. They can do this an unlimited amount of time because it's for the kids. So I just want to reiterate, this is not a competitive game. Like, if you are trying to watch this to learn tactics to go to LVO with and place well, this isn't for you. But if you want to watch a whole bunch of really awesome guys who are competitive minded play a game that is not competitive minded in this specific instance, this will be a great time, and this will be a lot of fun. Just like last year, you'll be able to enter into raffles as you donate to us, and then you'll be able to win fantastical prizes. We have, for instance, some Pariah Nexus legal terrain that Zach makes himself on his laser cutter. We'll have sets of those available. We'll have all kinds of other stuff as well. Stand by for a full list. I'll update the doobly-doo as we get closer with a full list, and then also watch my Instagram and my Discord if you're not on there for more prize information. But it's not for the prizes, it's for the kids, don't forget. Again, we're donating to Type 1 Unbound, which is a local Type 1 charity for children. They say that their mission is to encourage and enable youth with type 1 diabetes so that their true identity, value, and potential is unbound from their diagnosis. Help us build a diverse type 1 community in and around Portland so that our young people can discover themselves through others. So the idea is they go out into the community and they get to do things with other people that have the same diagnosis as them around their same age group to remove some of the stigma that exists for people with this diagnosis. They work with places like the Evergreen Aviation Museum, and OMSI, all over the Portland area. They go rock climbing, they do all kinds of cool stuff. The money goes directly to this charity, 100%. We take nothing. Every single dollar you donate will go to Type 1 Unbound. They are a 501c3 and they do have an EIN number. So all of these donations are tax deductible, the whole 9 yards. So please join us on December 14th around 10 a.m. That's when the first game's gonna go live. And if you feel up to it, please be involved with your charitable contributions. And if you just want to come hang out, like, that's cool too. That's totally cool. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you. Okay, so this is the part of the video that's gonna be hard. So this is the personal part, and if you don't want to see a grown man cry, you can. This isn't your opportunity to turn off the video, but my wife and I tried very hard for a long time to have a child. We finally accepted Arden into our lives. She's a incredible child. I mean, I don't have others, but so just, you're gonna have to believe me. On September of last year, September 23rd, early in the morning, the previous few days we just thought she was sick. She has some gastro bug. She was showing some symptoms like vomiting, not wanting to eat, drinking lots of water, stuff like that. But none of us, even though my wife is in healthcare, my wife and I could not have envisioned that when we took her to the children's hospital at 5 a.m. in the morning on the 23rd that she would get a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes. She was 11 months old. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that attacks the specific cells within the pancreas that create insulin. Insulin is an absolutely necessary chemical that your body creates. It's probably creating it right now as you're listening to me. For most people, insulin is what tells your body to burn it or store it. Basically, this is a fast version. Arden can't produce insulin anymore. She got sick. She got a cold or something, and her body overreacted. And instead of just attacking the virus or bacteria that she had, it also attacked the cells in the pancreas that make insulin. She will never be able to naturally create insulin ever again. She gets several shots throughout the day that give her insulin that keep her healthy. At the time, though, on December 23rd, her blood sugar was so high, and her body had released so many ketones because it thought it was starving. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. As you eat things like carbohydrates, it gets broken down and the sugar is released into your body. It's called glucose. Your body burns it. It creates energy, ATP, the Krebs life cycle, that whole thing. Insulin is the key to the cell that unlocks it to let it accept glucose into itself so that it can go ahead and create energy. If your body is no longer creating insulin, the glucose builds up in your blood. The cells can't open and accept the fuel. I equate it to being like if you have a car that is out of fuel and it's sitting in a lake of gasoline. It can't get the gas into the gas tank without the key. The key in this instance is insulin. When your body isn't able to burn blood glucose, it thinks it's starving. So what it does is it releases ketones. Ketones are from fat in your body. They're released from the liver. Ketones then flood your bloodstream. Again, insulin is the only way that the fuel tank door can be opened to allow you to burn ketones. Unlike glucose in your blood, which is effectively harmless, the ketones are not. The ketones build up and they build up and they build up because your body keeps thinking it's starving, so it keeps releasing more and more energy. And what that does, the ketones turn your blood acidic. It changes the pH balance and turns your blood acidic. That is called diabetic ketoacidosis. It's deadly, potentially. Arden had slipped deep into diabetic ketoacidosis. She was struggling to breathe. Her eyes were glassy. It was the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And let me tell you, if you're a parent and you've ever had to sit by and not be able to help at all as your daughter looks at you and is potentially dying, I wish that upon nobody on this planet, because it was awful. Just awful. Thankfully, at the hospital, they know exactly what to do. They pumped her full of fluids and especially life-saving insulin. So she spent 3 days in recovery, getting better, while her mom and I got absolutely bombarded with education, going back to science class, learning how all this works, learning how our lives will never be the same, and what we're gonna need to do to keep our daughter alive and healthy. And since then, as we've gotten better at this, and the wonderful educators and doctors and nurses at the local children's hospital, she's a happy, healthy, amazing little child. She's about to start walking. She is just like playful and inquisitive. She's talking so much, and it's all thanks to this little tiny drug called insulin. My friend actually years ago had his own daughter diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And he and his wife started this charity called Type 1 Unbound. So I know the owners of this charity personally. I know the money that you give during the Invitational is going directly to helping 60 families in the Portland metro area just enjoy their lives. Go rock climbing, go to aviation museums, go camping, go whatever, go to the beach. The idea is to empower a Type 1 community that doesn't see its diagnosis as a detriment. Anyway, I really hope that you join us on December 14th. Again, we'll be live about 10 a.m. You'll be able to donate directly through the stream. It's $5 for one raffle ticket. Fabulous prizes. I'm sorry, I'm running out of steam. That took a lot out of me. Anyway, thank you. Hope to see you on December 14th. And don't forget to call your parents.